I know if that was part of the
Yeah, they
density
did have
part, though.
that was not something that was dealt with the density part of it, but
Right.
with the PUD changes themselves.
The one that
they're
we're
requesting.
waiting on.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
There are a lot of issues, and that's part of the reason they tabled that component of the project, was because
We need more info on
it
it.
needed more information, that's right.
I would just add that with the issues we've had with the person drawing the buildings that don't fit on the lots, and it's a pretty consistent thing with the last three that have been done in the city, that anything that's approved, just passing it back to planning and zoning, that there's some kind of extra oversight before anything can even be put on the property. Because this is all gonna come back to us with that high voltage line again, and we're gonna spend how much time dinking around because somebody can't build a building in the right spot. I mean, just use your eyes. There's a high voltage line. You could hang out the window and grab those lines if it had finished the building.
3.5 feet.
So, yeah, 3.5 feet out your bedroom window is a high
And you
voltage.
see all the other houses in the area so many feet away from it.
So just to pass on to you guys as you're kicking that around,
So that the building that is presently being built is with design?
that's like stopped off and they made them stop construction and it's tapped off because they can't build that. So, anyway, that's off topic, but onto this part of it, so you're recommending that we approve the higher density?
Yes.
Any plans for specific buildings will be later dates, so we're not approving anything that is gonna be built. All right.
I have a question, though. What was the general consensus at the public hearing portion on Monday night? I mean, you mentioned that, did people come and speak about this?
Well,
This particular thing?
They didn't speak to the comp plan,
Okay.
which is what we're talking about.
Right, and that's what I'm asking about.
They spoke to the PUD and the apartment.
Which is down the line, but they did not have any concerns or comments about this?
Not per se. The fact that it's a high density, I think it raised a concern that we've heard in the past. It wasn't any new information, same information that we had heard at the prior PUD that we approved.
Okay.
So,
I do think that it's very important that people who are already homeowners in that area be listened to when it comes to this type
oh,
of change.
absolutely, yep.
So, for what my 2 cents is worth, which probably isn't even 2 cents, but I just wanted to be on the record with that.
no, I think the planning commission members as a whole very much understand that, with the desire to make sure the project is done properly. But they also are looking at the legal requirements of, does it meet certain legal requirements? For example, is it possible, and that's kind of what they have to do some more information finding on, so.
There was 3-4 things we were requested
Okay.
before we could move forward.
Thank you.
And one of them was the easement for the utility.
Ryan, anything? No. Anything else you guys want to add? Okay. I have a recommendation from the planning and zoning to amend the comp plan to increase the density for that specific property. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Thanks, Dwayne. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thanks, Dan. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, the PUD amendment in the Thompson addition.
So
That's been tabled.
That's been tabled, yep.
Okay. So that's on table. On to old business number 1, order public hearing for an abatement. So let me, this is being slow, give me 1 second.
So this is an item, obviously, we had discussions about this at the last meeting, and talking with the city attorney, she advised that at this meeting, we would ask the council to order that public hearing, which would be held on the 27th of this month, to sort of be the process. We did send a final sort of staff-level letter, which is included in Dropbox, and I think Linda's going to bring that up. But I haven't had a response from her, and,
Am I hitting G?
yeah, I think, yeah, right there, you're G1, you're down one more, Linda.
Down one more?
Yeah, there you go, right there, gotta get the glasses.
I need a screen here.
Yeah, right. So, including in there is, I mean, we always try to provide photos, so if you scroll down, Linda, you can see kind of the last photo that we've taken there, and, basically, from what we've seen, there hasn't been any change in a positive way.
It's worse.
Actually, from February, it does look like there was more piled there. So, anyways, suffice to say, I
So
think.
we'll order a public hearing.
Yeah, that's what we're asking for, and then the city attorney, you said, basically before that, we'll send an official letter to her. How's that gonna work for them?
So I think that you had given her until April 22nd to
Mhm.
clean up the property, otherwise we were gonna have a hearing. So if she hasn't by the 22nd, I would just send her that notice. Yes, we are in fact having the public hearing, as you know, or per our previous letter, or something like that.
And are we sending that letter to the surrounding neighbors too, so that they know there's a public hearing? Or is only the property owner notified?
Well, it's not a requirement to
So
send
it's
it to
not
the
like
neighbors.
a-
However, we did, as a staff, talk about contacting at least the neighbors on the east and west side of the
Sure.
resident, because we did feel like it was, I mean, obviously, the complaint we received most recently was from the neighbor to the west,
Yeah.
so.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, do we need a motion to